Bobby from Akita Pest Control. Today we're going to discuss the best way to set a mouse trap. Now here I have the old-fashioned Victor snap traps. Old, still the best out there. They do sell two versions of it, one with the metal clip, which is much harder to set, and then the newer version, which contains a plastic clip and has a setting for firm and sensitive. Now I still prefer to use peanut butter. It's more than anything else, it does work well. As you apply the peanut butter, you want to insert it into the groove and into the little cup there, or if you're using the other Victor snap trap, just insert it into the little groove so the mouse would have to push on it to be able to lick it out. Sometimes they are very sensitive, and they can actually pull the product off without setting it off. So it all depends on how sensitive you set it, and if you get it in there so they actually have to pull into there to lick it out. Now what's recommended when you set the trap, you got the little lever here, what's recommended is that you pull it back, use your thumb to hold the corner, and then set this and then let go. However, I've seen many people use this technique, and for beginners it's really hard to do. It winds up going off, you're scared, and snaps your fingers sometimes. So I recommend pulling it back like so, and then keeping two fingers here. So now you're holding it with two fingers on either end. Then you clamp the little hook, and we're going to do the middle setting, but if you go over to the right, it's sensitive. If you go over to the left, it's more firm. If you're somewhere where there's vibrations, you might want to set it towards the firm. If somewhere where it's going to be quiet and left alone, keep it towards the sensitive. So anyway, let's review. We have fingers on the edges. This flicks over. Pull that up to set. When you feel the tension, slowly release, so then your fingers are off the trigger. So if it does set off, nothing's going to trap your fingers, and then you wind up holding it at the two edges. Now, the other thing other than peanut butter, which a lot of people do not know this, is cotton. They love cotton. It's a nesting material for them, and it's sort of irresistible. They love nesting materials sometimes more than searching for food. So you can even have a combination of cotton and peanut butter, and that's always worked well for me for the finicky mice. Now we're going to walk over and see how we set this. You have to carry it carefully, not to vibrate it too much, and then when you set it down, you want to set it real gently close to the wall, and then slowly nudge it towards the wall. That'll catch the mice as they like to run along the walls and runways, so as they're coming in from either way, it might trap them as they're running. They'll probably just stop and sniff it, and then it'll set it off that way. Another trick, if you are in a confined area such as behind a stove or refrigerator or a piece of furniture where there's not enough room to place it this way, you can place two traps end to end, as so. So either way that they come, they're going to come in contact with it. One more fine thing, there's a lot of other traps out there other than the old-fashioned snap traps. They have a lot of newer ones that are much safer to use, really easy. You can pick them up at most stores. Some of them twist to set, and just as simple as that. They are more expensive, and I still like the use of the old ones. This is one of the newer ones. This is actually for rats. I thought it would be a fun little thing to show you how it works. But anyway, it's really simple and safe as opposed to some of the old wooden snap traps. This you simply push down, and it's set. Very simple, very easy. So you might want to spend the extra money on getting one of the more fancier, safer ones to set. I'll give you a little demonstration here of how that works. And a lot of people are always curious on how a snap trap actually works. This is the triggering mechanism, so as soon as it's touched, it catches. That's the end of the best way to set a mouse trap. Thank you for listening.